Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today we have something very interesting that was announced on the Warships development blog, which I'll link to in the description down below. We have the return of the Kitakami. This was a Tier 4 cruiser back in the day, and for you newer players, when I read what this ship has, keep in mind that it had a lot of these same characteristics, and her main characteristic down at Tier 4. So here we go. I'm going to read straight from the development blog. Again, link will be in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourself. Alright, ST.9.7 Kitakami. Please note that all information in the development blog is preliminary and subject to change during testing. Any showcase features may or may not end up on the main server. The final information will be published on our game's website. In update 0.9.7, Japanese Tier 10 cruiser Kitakami will enter the test. Whew boy. Kitakami is an unusual cruiser with her main armament consisting of 5 quadruple torpedo launchers on each side. These torpedoes can travel up to 15 kilometers at a speed of 57 knots and deal up to 15,633 damage. Because of her relatively fragile armor, weak A defense, and low HP pool, Kitakami has to rely on her low basic detectability, 10.6 kilometers, and her special smoke generator, which has a low smoke duration time but a large number of charges. The main gameplay of this cruiser revolves around stealthy attacks using a large number of torpedoes from a safe distance. To balance Kitakami's efficiency in the control of straits and flanks, she will only have access to narrow and what they're calling super narrow torpedo spreads. We will carefully watch how this unusual cruiser will prove herself in battle and will implement the necessary changes to make playing her and against her interesting. Additionally, we understand there might be concerns about the ship dealing damage to allies, and we plan to take them into account when the ship will be released. So some interesting things to point out. This used to be a Tier 4 cruiser from way back in the day. You can even tell by her in-game model. The giveaway between newer models and older models is the bridge windows. Older models, they just have black on the bridge windows so you can't see into them. Newer models, they now detail the interior of the bridge and such as an improvement to the graphics. And if you look at the picture they posted of the Kitakami, it is clearly the older model. I don't know if they just grabbed an old picture of her or if they are going to, update the model upon her release. And you can also tell by her icon that she is in fact a special ship and not a premium ship, also because she is a Tier 10. So this is going to be something you're going to grind out steel, coal, or research bureau points to get. Alright, let's get into her characteristics. So her hit points are 28,500 and she has 16mm plating. That's not her whole armor scheme, just that her bow and stern are 16mm. Main battery guns, 4x1 140mm guns, firing range 13.1 kilometers, maximum HS shell damage 2,400, chance to cause a fire 10%, HE initial velocity 850 meters a second, maximum AP shell damage 2,700, AP initial velocity 850 meters a second, reload time 6 seconds, 180 degree turn time 21.2 seconds, maximum dispersion 123 meters, sigma 2.0. So obviously the main guns are not the main armament you're supposed to be using with this ship. Now, the juicy stuff, her torpedo tubes. She has 10x4 610mm torpedoes. So she has 40 torpedo tubes. 40 of them. Maximum damage 15,633. Range of 15 kilometers. Speed 57 knots. Reload time 141 seconds. Launcher 180 degree turn time 7.2 seconds. Torpedo detectability 1.9 kilometers. The maximum speed is 32 knots. Returning circle range is 640 meters. Rudder shift time is 7 seconds. Surface detectability is 10.6 kilometers base. And her consumables is obviously damage con, smoke generator. The action time is 15 seconds and the duration time is 40 seconds with a reload time of 80 seconds and 6 charges, 7 if you use superintendent, and has a radius of 450 meters. Then she gets engine boost and then repair party. So also the Kitakami that I failed to mention, I do believe this is the only ship ever in World of Warships to get completely removed from the game. I mean, they pulled her and they didn't pull her like they pulled the Smolensk recently. She was just gone, like disappeared from port, everything gone, because she was such a headache to balance at tier 4. Now, what is really interesting is that at Anchors Away at the Alabama that I went to, someone actually asked if there were any plans to reintroduce the Kitakami into the game, and I believe the response from the staff that was there was that no one deserves or needs that power at tier 4. And I think they mentioned that they had looked at including it at higher tier, but there was a lot of problems with that. Evidently, they guess they have solved those problems or something, but this is an interesting one for sure, because 40 torpedoes. Now, they did say she won't have the wide spread, she will have just the narrow and the super narrow torpedo spreads. I don't know if that means she'll be able to single drop, which that would be absolutely crazy, or if she's just going to have like some insane like sniper super narrow torpedo dispersion. That it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Now, as far as also, I do believe they added the smoke generator, because that sounds like a British smoke generator. I'm not a destroyer player, and I did not play the ship when it was. I don't think it was. I wasn't even playing the game when the Kitakami was a thing. So I don't know exactly what she was like before, but I'm 90% sure she didn't have the smoke generator at tier 4, and I do believe it is a British smoke generator. So a British DD smoke generator, because, you know, duration of time 40 seconds, and she gets 6 of them. That sounds uber British. So that's interesting. And yeah, like I said, the model, it looks like the old model too, because it's kind of low res with some of the textures, and again, you can't look into the bridge. So that's an easy way to tell if it's an older ship. But I don't know if they're going to update the model or anything, but interesting that they're trying to bring this thing back. So yeah, move over, Shimakaze. You're being freaking replaced. Screw your 15 torpedoes. 40 torpedoes is the way of the future, apparently. God, this is going to be fun trying to dodge 40 torpedoes. Good God. I'm just glad they didn't try to give her like torpedo reload booster or something. That would have been completely silly. Alright, in addition to the Kitakami, more unique upgrades, as they are calling the legendary upgrades nowadays, were released. I'm going to run through them really quick. Again, reading straight from the DevBlog. Follow the same link, you'll be able to find them. Alright, ST.9.7, unique upgrades. Please note all information, yada yada yada, game's website. We continue to work on unique upgrades, and now we're ready to share some changes to the existing unique upgrades and some new ones. They're always going to be legendary mods to me. Alright, updating current upgrades. Z52 added bonus lowering torpedo detectability by 10%. The UU will strengthen Z52 as a torpedo boat while lowering her efficiency on key areas due to a smaller bonus to detectability in comparison to the standard concealment upgrades. Grozovoy slot 6. Torpedo tube reload time penalty increased from 10% to 20%. The UU offers artillery-focused gameplay. The upgrade was too effective, and the penalty to the main battery traverse speed had no significant impact because the ship's already good base value. Thus, the torpedo tube's reload time penalty was increased. Mosfa, which is now a special ship. Bonus lowering maximum dispersion main battery shells lowered from -11% to -7%. Main battery traverse speed penalty increased from -13% to -20%. The change to the UU offers a clear choice between upgrades for damage per minute, for range increase, and for accuracy. Minotaur slot 5. Remove the bonus which increased dispersion shells fired from it by enemy ships attacking your ship by 10%. Added bonus which lowers the reload time for all consumables by 10%. The UU allows the ship to stay in her smokescreen for a significant time while moving at 1/4 speed, and the bonus to the reload time of her consumables both improves her overall survivability and efficiency and makes the UU useful with any build. Zao, slot 6. Remove the bonus which lowered rotor shift time by 20%. Oh, no more memes, Zao. The upgrade was too universal, empowering different parameters of the ship. In its current form, the UU will be effective for playing on the open water using long range of main caliber guns. I think that's supposed to say main battery guns. Yami, slot 6. Remove the bonus which lowered the main battery reload time by 6%. Main battery traverse speed penalty reduced from -19% to -13%. This upgrade gave 2 bonuses, DPM and accuracy, and it was too effective. After the change, the UU will offer a clear choice between these 2 parameters. That's kind of sad. I never, like, with all the tier 10 BBs, the Yami was the only one I said was worth it, because you got a slightly better DPM and better accuracy, even though I did just choose to stick with DPM Yami, and I think I really will now after they remove the increased DPM, so that's sad. Daring, slot 5. Negative 10% to torpedo tubes reload time, plus 15% to maximum torpedo damage. What? Okay. Jeez. Currently, Daring is a versatile destroyer with a slight edge to an artillery-focused playstyle. The UU will suggest shifting that edge toward torpedoes. With this upgrade, she will thrive further away from caps, with an emphasis on torpedoes and attack from within smoke. Kleber, slot 6. Negative 20% to ship's detectability, plus 80% to main battery reload time. The UU offers an alternative to Kleber's artillery-focused gameplay, high-speed, close-range torpedo boat with quick torpedo reload. The ship's detectability will be comparable to that of other destroyers at the same tier, but the ship will lose a significant part of her artillery damage per minute. So if you want to play Kleber as a frickin' torp boat, okay. Harugumo, slot 5, plus 30% to smoke dispersion time, plus 100% to smoke generator action time, plus 1 consumable charge. The UU improves the main playstyle of the ship at the cost of detectability and lowered efficiency in fighting for key areas. The UU also allows Harugumo to stay hidden in smoke while moving at 1/4 speed. Geez, so they're giving Harugumo like a super smoke screen. Kremlin, slot 6. Negative 18% to main battery reload time, negative 12% to main battery firing range, negative 1 charge of consumables. Ooh, that sounded really good until the consumable part, because with Kremlin, I mean, you know, with its current dispersion, you're not going to be shooting at long range anyway. Having an even quicker main battery load time would be very nice, but losing a charge of consumables, if you do use Superintendent, you will have just the base number, which is pretty low. But that's you're giving up a lot there. I mean, if you do have Kuznetsov, you still have that free one, but that's a thing. Alright, Audacious, slot 6. Negative 15% to ship's detectability, because, yeah, who wants a stealthy carrier? Plus 20% to engine boost duration. Negative 50% time for the engine to reach full power. Now, I don't know if this is this along the carrier, or is this the planes? Negative 30% rudder shift time. That's definitely the carrier. UU allows the ship to be closer to enemy, thus increasing the frequency of plane attacks, but the risk of being detected and becoming the target of focus fire is also increased. Okay. Midway, slot 6. Plus 10% to bombers cruising speed, plus 10% to HE bombs damage. Instead of generally improving all plane types, UU offers an emphasis on bombers, increasing their speed and bomb damage. Hakuru, slot 6. Plus 15% to maximum plane speed, negative 20% to engine boost duration. The best effect of the UU will have is directly before an attack by significantly increasing the plane's speed and lowering the time they spend in the AA zone. At the same time, this is covered with the engine boost active. With engine boost active, it remains roughly the same as without the UU. So those are the changes and new unique upgrades that they are planning to introduce into the game. Feel free to go check them out for yourself. I just kind of skimmed through them and talked up a little bit about the ones that I already have experience with. But some interesting changes coming from Wargaming. It sounds like they're trying to, the Harugumo, trying to like buff it back into relevance by giving it like an awesome smoke screen now. So yeah, but Kitakami, some new U changes, some new unique upgrades, legendary mods coming to the game. So some interesting news out of Wargaming today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think these are good changes to the unique upgrades? Are you excited for the return of the Kitakami? You older fellows, you new fellows are probably mind blown right now that was a tier 4 cruiser with 40 torpedoes back in the day. There's a reason it got like Thanos out of Warships. But anyway guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 15,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Again guys, hope you're having a great day, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.